Hey, check dog, check. Good morning, you beautiful people. Morning, Emmanuel.
Morning, sir.
How are you?
I'm good. Not that good.
Not that good.
No.
Tell me, what happened?
No, these guys, I don't know, like, it's now 2 weeks.
Yeah?
I'm chatting with that guy saying, no,
Regarding chickens.
yeah, they're having because I have to see when they're advertising on their Facebook page.
Yeah?
No, we are selling this type of
I see you're
chicken.
not in the camera. Let's see if we can change this. Okay. Yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
they're advertising on Facebook.
No, we have types of this chicken. Okay, it's fine. Then I like the chicken also. We are texting, they are sending me pictures how the chickens. Okay, like now this week, then I decided no, I want to order now the chickens Wednesday.
How many did you order?
8.
8 chickens.
Yeah, 8 chickens. I want 8 chickens. He said, no problem, it's fine. Then cause there were 2 people, it's a lady and a big man.
Yeah.
Where I feel like it's true, the other men that they call it look like a big man. When he's even talking, he's talking to me nicely. Because they even promised me that if I buy
Did they speak to you in English or in your own language?
in English, yeah.
In English.
Because it's like I think maybe they are boas, I don't know.
Oh, they speak Afrikaans?
Yeah, they are speaking
Bliksem.
yeah,
Big problem.
big
Yeah.
problem. That's why I trusted them because I said no, a boy is must a boy one because they are saying they're having a farm between Okahanza and Oshwaro.
Yeah.
It's where their farm is. So no, it's fine. Then the big mistake I also did, my wife warned me, said, Ims, before you send the money, must first get the chicken. Then I said,
Yeah.
no, man. The big man must not lie. He will deliver the chicken.
It's very interesting now. So if it was black people, there was a chance that you didn't trust them.
Yeah.
Now because they sound like they're white people, now you
I
trust.
them, yeah.
That
That's
is a
the
problem. It is such a big problem in Namibia. If people are white, you trust them immediately. Okay. And then at the end of the day, they stole your money.
They stole my. They said I must send the money because they apparently they want petrols to reach.
Yeah.
Then I decided, okay, let me send.
Stole how much?
960.
960. Okay, listen, what are we doing here today?
Yeah, I want this mulch. I want to go put it in on my garden. I want something like this, yours.
A compost pile.
Compost pan, yeah.
Okay, so this is for your house.
This is for my house. I also need for minutes and
Okay.
dinner.
Build there as well.
Because I'm seeing yours is looking nice here and
Yeah, we must maybe wet them more.
Mm.
Let me just show the people on the camera quickly. Alright, so okay, stop. This is what their compost ends up looking like. See the little pellets? Those are from that ground that I showed you in the beginning of the video. They are very bad for the garden. They eat living roots, they don't care. But they're very, very good for compost. They turn this raw manure into this, which is fantastic for compost. Well, this is the lazy pile. Whenever the guys are lazy or there's a job pushing us, then they come and add to this pile here. But normally we add the manure either into one of the other compost piles or to pig bedding. So we're going to wet this quickly, wet it down quickly, just so that we can restart the composting effect. You see this dryness here. This does nothing for a compost pile. You want it to be nice and moist, not completely wet, but if you press it, then you would like a drop of water to form below your hand. Then you know your moisture is good. I think instead of watering it with the hand, add the sprayer, and then let's go move the chicken tractor quickly. Okay, Enzo, Gift and Ims. But I think this is my plan. We push the pigs to this side, we turn that gate here. Okay? Then the pigs are here. We open that gate, we push the chickens so they are here. And then we remove all those gates and put them in the front. Does that make sense? And then we open for the pigs there. We're moving that way. Or do you want to move this way?
But here it's on the road now.
Yeah, so let's move that way. So we push the pigs there, like that. Let me just grab the camera quickly. Turn this gate that way. And then you turn, and then all the pigs are there. Then we open the chickens to here. and then we move them like that. I'm gonna time how long it takes quickly. So that worked very well. We just moved that gate out of the way and move them in. Okay, now you move that gate this way, yes. Our biggest thing, I think, hold up is at the moment are these shade nets. We need to change them so we attach them easier, make them loose easier and attach them easier. Wait with the food. We wanna move the chickens first before we give them food. You can help. You can remove the shade nets. You can help quickly. Shirley, put down the food and then help us here. We are on the 8 minute and 8 minute and a half seconds, 8 minute 30 seconds. What am I talking about? 8 minute 30 seconds mark, and this is basically what we've done. Move the pigs across. That was quite easy. Just change the gates. I also gave them food. There's a chicken in here. There's a couple of chickens in here. How did they get in here? There's a gap there where the chickens are coming through. Ay, ay, ay. There's a gap between there where the chickens are coming through. You see them? We should have tied this up first. Yeah. Okay, let's fix that quickly. Alright, so it is our second time moving the tractor. So it is still a learning curve. 3 people. We are on 9 minutes now. Let's see what that. Alright, now we are on 12 minutes. Enzo, okay, I think you can bend that one in. Okay, so here we can see the after effect. This is now what the soil looks like once the pigs and the chickens have been over it. You see it's nice and moist down there. Nice. Chicken poop on my hand. Some chicken poops. There is some fruit that was left over. And this is also full of chicken poop. This is such a nice thing to do. And in down here, this is actually very nice. Yeah, just look at this. This is now where they slept at night. Completely wet. Check the termites. Next time we should turn the ground over while they are still there with a fork so they can get the termites. Enzo, new plan. We're gonna have those pigs sleep in that small thing tonight, but I want us to disturb this mulch. You see there's termites underneath here. Bring a fork for me, Gift. Let's disturb the mulch and see if they want to eat these termites. See there, baby termites. Okay, let's open that thing up again. Keep it exactly the way it is. Those pigs can sleep like that tonight. Open this up, and then we just move this. We just disturb that mulch so that the chickens can get to the termites. And those termites are living on the edge, making a nest right where the chickens are sleeping. Chickens are sleeping on the mulch. Okay, look, then you can add more mulch for them there and where they are sleeping here in the back, so the wind doesn't get them tonight. Tonight's going to go into the minuses again. And that's the problem with these chickens now. They are used to food from a bucket. I don't know if they're going to eat the termites. They're not street smart. Private school chickens, these ones. Okay, but let's disturb the mulch and see, maybe move the food there between the termites. Just put it down. Okay. Ay, check dog, check. Pigs are natural hunters, is it very? Ay. Let's see. Won't survive. Yeah, he won't survive. Ay. Okay. Okay. harvest it, Ims, harvest it off camera, and then we take off the feathers, and then it's lunch tomorrow. I think so. So pigs and chickens. If a pig is in a competitive environment, huh?
Eating them like that. Even the last time when we were changing them, maybe you leave some small gap here. You
Yeah.
find it inside there. Pigs ate.
The pigs eat them.
Yeah, especially the bigger ones. These four big ones. They are the ones.
They're used to eating chickens.
Yeah.
The previous ones we didn't have that problem. I don't know.
Will it really not survive?
No, it's not good to have it suffer like that. It's too big. The wound is too big. We make lunch tomorrow. Aye, that's a problem. So it's very important. It's very important to. Now I know where those 5 chickens went that I couldn't find. Maybe they went through and. Very important to make sure they are separated. Ah, that's a bad thing. Okay. Chickens, pigs eating chickens. Okay, turn the mulch around a little bit for them. And then we can just close up, put all the nets, put all the houses. Gift, check the ladies has been making mulch, bankrupt bush mulch there, all over the place. Make a nest for these chickens so they can sleep kindly tonight. So they can sleep nicely. Enzo, bring the chicken food as well between these things so they can come and eat between them. But you can see the difference in the setup already. There it's nice and full of organic matter, and here it's just hard barren soil. And so um, it does have a huge giant effect on the soil, the system. It's a shame that we have got that. Well, I'm not sure if it's a shame, but it's a shame that the chicken is going to die. But it's very interesting to see how the pigs perform. I think when there's also so many, they're very competitive. And they eat the food much faster when you put it in. I think they are more motivated to eat the food because they're scared the other ones are going to eat it. And I think that pig just wanted to get the chicken to stay away, and then when he bit it, probably tasted the blood and kept on going. It happened very quickly. Okay, yeah, if we can build them a nice nest with all that bankrupt bush. Is there more? Okay, bring plenty, ne? We're gonna mulch the living daylights out of the system now and build a nice nest for these chickens. Okay, so we're on 22 minutes now. Enzo is pushing some mulch into the shelter. And then we just need to put the shade nets up and then we are finished. It's very interesting about the chickens is when the chickens were completely free ranging, they often went into the pigsty, and we lost one chicken that we know of, only one chicken, during that whole 100 chickens series, 2 pigs. And so this setup I think is a bit different. I'm not sure what motivates the pigs to chow a chicken, to be so aggressive towards the chickens. I don't know why it happened. Would love to hear some comments. But it is quite a disturbing thing for me, I must say. I was actually thinking of putting the pigs back between where the chickens were, because now there's some bedding that they compacted and things that needed some disturbing. And obviously that's not going to work. I would say moving this system takes currently 25 minutes for 4 people, and so I'm definitely not impressed. Definitely not impressed. That is something that we'll have to remedy. Okay, so let's talk chicken tractors quickly. What can I do to make it more efficient? So I'm thinking now I can make the clips quicker. So instead of having the chain turned around and there's little gaps there and so on, make that more efficient. So you can just wrap it around, clip it. That's the very first thing. Second thing is the shade nets. The guys turn it on with wire. So each one has to be loosened with a wire as well. That takes time. So maybe add a rubber band or something to the end of the shade net so you can pull it down. Maybe change it to tarp. That's one of the things. So you can just hook it and tie it instead of changing that completely. Benji, you can walk past, it's fine. His chicken is also sick. Well, not sick, but was attacked by Cuddle Buddy, the rooster. And so that might be the second chicken we lose. Third thing is the shelter that the chickens are in. We can maybe make that mobile or one whole piece. So you can pick the whole piece up and put that down. That's the third thing. I wonder if we make those 3 changes, how that will affect the chicken tractor. Would love to hear your thoughts on how we can make that chicken tractor more efficient. I still like the panels, the movable panels. It gives you a bit of flexibility and it gives you a bit of rigidity that electrical fence wouldn't give you on the pigs, for instance. But I would love to hear what you think. Right, that's going to be the end of my story. Oh, this we got from the farmer's market. I only use it on my children and then sometimes on my wife if she doesn't listen. Or if she does, yeah. No, I'm joking. This is just a toy. The kids have learned how to how to slap it, how to crack the whip. I'm also quite good at it still. I used to be able to sit on a horse and do that. But I think if I do that on one of these horses now, I'll be on YouTube for the wrong reasons. Anyway, end of my story. See you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.